Welcome, Christmasers, from the Jeanna Loves Christmas channel. We're so happy you're here. You can go ahead and skip this message, get right into part 2 of the episode. Hope you love it. Merry Christmas, and thanks for joining the awesome community. Now, for the rest of my awesome community, we're doing a fun thing. We're breaking up this episode into 2 parts. The first part is going to live on the Jeanna Loves Christmas channel. So hit the link and go watch the first part of the episode. And then when you're done with that, hit the link to come right back, skip this message, and get into part 2 of the episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's a great one. Merry Christmas. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for being here. If you're new to listening, I'm Ryan McPartlin, best known as Captain Awesome from the TV series Chuck.
Way to go, Chuck. That's awesome.
After 25 years in the TV business, one thing still hasn't changed. When I hear a story that inspires me, I still find myself saying, that's awesome. And those 2 simple words didn't just define the character of Captain Awesome, they really define who I am. See, I'm always searching for the awesome in life. So on this podcast, I'm sitting down with people who make me say exactly that. From actors and athletes to entrepreneurs and everyday heroes, all with stories, lessons, and insights that just might make your life a little more awesome too. So please like the episode, share it with your family and friends, because life is so much better when you share something with others and they say, that's awesome. Welcome back to That's Awesome with Ryan McPartlin. And guys, you may be wondering why I'm wearing my Christmas pajamas today. My guest is awesome, to say the least.
Friends on my personal Insta. Remember when I was so incredibly unhinged? And
that would be a great playlist, Drunk Decorating with Jeanna.
Cocktails, and we call it cocktails and Christmasing because we're sophisticated.
Not drunk, yeah. Oh, you're not drunk, sorry. It was cocktails and Christmasing. That's actually better.
You can say a lot of things about me, but you can't say I'm not having fun. That was always the goal. How do we just make it fun? Because Christmas, for a lot of people, is so hard.
Yeah.
Like, they're sad. People get sad. They think about who they've lost. They think about things.
That's in Hallmark. We have to be very conscious of saying, hey, we don't want too much conflict. You know, people have that in their life. We don't want to be that sad. We can go just so far, and then you got to bring them back up. And you do a great job of that.
Christmas for me is all conflict. It's the sadness that comes into my DM. People want to share. They say you're the most joyful person I know. Ryan, they want to share the saddest parts of their life with me.
Man.
They have their kids are sick, their husbands are dying, their mom has cancer, their dog passed. We've lost babies. They share everything with me. And because I have made it, they call me the Queen of Christmas, which is so nice.
I like the Queen of Christmas.
But as a queen, I'm here for the Christmasers. Yes. So if I don't answer them, and if I'm not responsive to them, then how do I truly deserve to be called that? I don't.
Well, what I love about that too is that, you know, you cry with them and you laugh with them, and you decorate and you make the place a little bit more beautiful, and you teach them how to make it a little more beautiful and do it with them too, through your YouTube channel, through Instagram, and people love that. You came and decorated a tree for us one year, and we've never had a better tree since. I have an undecorated tree in the corner of the house right now, a Balsam Hill one, that I wish that Jeanna had time to come on over and help us with, but I know I'm lucky to get you here right now, so I'll take what I can get. But no, you do an amazing job of lifting people's spirits at this time of year, and you know, being real, being authentic. I think that resonates with everybody.
Christmas is the easy part. The life is the hard part.
Yeah.
It just is. And so when you find somebody who you can do the fun stuff with, right? The Christmasing and find somebody who helps make things light, lets your heart be light. Like find somebody who helps with that part of it. That life part, even if it's, you know, they talk this year, like the parasocial relationship. There's so much talk about this right now. And I have that, but the opposite. I have it with the Christmasers, because somebody could share something with me so incredibly deep, and we walk through this whole season together. Not Christmas season, whatever season they're in. I'm in it. My prayer book is so big. I'm in it with them. And then they've gone through it. And then they're not moving on, but moving into the next season of their life. And I'm like, you don't check in. How are you? I don't know. But I know, but it's true. You're
invested. You're
I'm
invested.
so invested.
Yeah.
I'm so invested in them in every way, in the way their tree looks, in the way their ribbon is. Did they get what they need?
Yeah.
How are their husband's numbers right now? Like I want to know everything. I
This is
think
so
that
interesting.
no, you because they're the capacity for love
Yeah.
that started in this account. It's like
Yeah. That's it. It's incredible. And let me tell you, this is your superpower. You're a superhero to Christmasers. Um, what about the origin story? What started the love for Christmas? What made you go, I'm going to make a business out of this before anybody was influencing? Along with publishing your magazine, you started becoming a professional decorator and having warehouses full of decorations. And you've told me that you don't accept clients. Like there's a long list of people that would want to work with you. And it's just, you have to know somebody who knows somebody to get Jeanna
who
to
I
come to your
really,
house, right?
really love.
Who you really, really love, because
Who I
it's like,
really, really love.
because you have a family, you have two beautiful boys, you have your husband, you got to have a life too. You can't just do
I
this.
have no life. My life
Yeah.
is Christmasing, Ryan.
Christmasing. There you go.
My life is Christmasing, but they do it with me. I'm with Kyle 24/7. Did he ever think that would be true? No, I'm sure not.
What's his nickname in all of this? What's his alter ego?
Kyle loves Jeanna.
That's right. Jeanna loves Christmas and Kyle loves Jeanna.
He does love me so much.
He has to.
That's how I know I'm doing good. God gave me Kyle, and that man never walks away, and I continuously, I mean, the list never, no, it's a never-ending list.
We golfed once, like 5 years ago, maybe twice, and then he has never been able to golf again because he's too busy Christmasing.
I know. He's so sweet to me. And the Christmasers. Everybody loves Kyle. You know, the quick rundown of why I love Christmas. So Christmas, my mom was an interior decorator. My mom was bipolar. My mom was a lot. And I'm going to call it a traumatic childhood. It's not a trauma that I carry in a backpack with me my whole life long. I took that off. My whole goal was to take all of these things that happened when I was young and make them, my brother and I talk about it all the time. It's like, who's more resilient than us? Name one person who's more resilient. We can just go through it and we're just fine because we've already been through so much. Like things children should never have to go through, but we are so beyond it. We're compassionate, we're loving, we're multitaskers. Our ability
You're
to
decisive. I've experienced how decisive you are. Even if the other
Why
person
am I
doesn't
so
know.
decisive? Zero thought.
Yeah.
I put zero thought. It's like a half a second. That's what we'll do. And we just go do it. But I get a lot done because I don't spend a lot of time thinking about things.
Yeah.
Never thinking about it.
But you have a strong point of view and you're decisive on it and you move forward. And that's what a lot of people.
Such a nice way to say that.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are. Well, I've been on the other end of it. You did help us tremendously with our business when we had play therapy, and I appreciate that. And a lot of your decisiveness is exactly what we needed at the time. And I could imagine at Christmas time when people don't know what to do and where to put things, like that decisiveness is a superpower in itself.
I always joke, I'm not thinking about a thing. Like people message me, like, I was like, I'm not, do I look like I'm thinking? Did you watch that video? I never stopped talking to you. I wasn't thinking about anything. And I don't do that. I just don't spend much time thinking about much. I just say I'm going to do that and then I just do it.
That's amazing. Do you sleep?
I do. I love to sleep. I wanted to do this sitting in my bed. I told Kyle, why can't I be in the bed, like just adjacent to where I am now? Because no, I have to sleep.
My audience would be like, wait, what happened? What did I get into OnlyFans here now? What's happening?
I would have had clothes on, but I love to sleep. Sleeping is necessary. A minimum 8, 9 would be magical, but I am a sleeper.
Oh man, that's great. I've only been getting like 6 hours of sleep last week.
Not enough.
No, it's not.
I have two speeds, on and off. There's only two. I don't have a rest mode. I don't have a vacation mode. I have an on and an off.
That's my mother-in-law. That's right. And she's, by the way, she's very decisive too. And she knows, like, she gets her good sleep and then she wakes up and it's go. And if you want to take a nap during the day, you better like go sneak away because she better not see you napping. I bet Kyle hasn't had a nap in 25 years.
Kyle falls asleep at the kitchen table, like in the morning, he'll sit down like this. And I always laugh at him, like, what are you doing? What? And, but God bless this man. He gets up. I took the kids to school when they were young. But I do not do that anymore. He does now, and he lets me sleep because look, it is an exhausting task being a lot of different versions of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my brain requires that sleep so that I can get up
And
and
shut it
mentally
down
have
and
the
get, yeah.
stamina to go. I need it,
Okay. All right.
and I'm
Well,
old
so
now.
so then you're with your mom. She was an interior decorator. She was bipolar. You and your brother were resilient growing up. How did that lead into Christmas?
You know, Christmas was always that one time a year she could really pull it together. Like
Mm.
for I don't have any bad Christmas memories growing up. Every single one of them is like it is a Hallmark movie. My childhood during Christmas time, so good, so dialed in. The rest of it, no, but that doesn't matter. I don't think about that stuff. But for that time, she was able to pull it together. And
Ah.
I did it with her. I used to hand make ornaments. My hands were covered in hot glue gun burns. We made that tree, and it is natural. Is Christmasing for me a God-given gift? 100%. No, I'm
Mm.
not trained. People are like, you're giving away all our trade secrets. I'm like, I'm not part of your trade. I just know how to do this. It says I don't have to
Yeah.
try. I'm just doing it. It's I could do it with my eyes closed. It's easy for me. But did I get it from her? Maybe. Maybe.
That's amazing because a lot of people would spend a lot of time in therapy, going, "Hey, why did this happen? Why me?" And you used it to not only create this superpower you have, but you're sharing all this joy with other people, and you're making them happy, like we talked about. And that's amazing. That's awesome in the best sense of the word.
The
So.
hardest part after that probably was when I married Kyle. I had to learn how to let somebody love me and mean
Mm.
it without any strings attached. Not like I'm going to love you right now, but look out tomorrow. I had to learn how to accept the kind of just unrequited love that Kyle was giving me as my husband. And as soon as I allowed him to love like that, I everything about me changed. And the kind of love I give, I'm a pleaser. Most people who grew up in that environment are going to be pleasers, right? All we want
Hmm.
is for people to
Yeah.
like us. We just want people to please like me, please like me. It wasn't until really the last handful of years I've learned to give like a hard no. I call it protecting your December. And to protect your December, you have to say no. And I have learned to say no without any sort of reason given. But that was a hard one for me because I want everyone around me to be happy. And
Yeah.
then all of this love, it's kind of what happens here. I always say, thank you for Christmasing with me today. And we say like that transcribes into like, thank you for loving me. I love you. You
Yeah.
love me. Like Christmasing is a form of love. And for anybody who knows me personally and even doesn't know me personally, if you've interacted with me on many levels, you may say she's a lot. Like they call
Who would say
I
that?
I
Who
know.
would
I
say that?
True though, but it's like being power washed with love. Why would she
Mm.
do all of that extra for me? Like, did you ever ask yourself when back years when we started working together, like, why would she do all that extra stuff for me? I'm a
Yeah.
power washer.
Yeah.
It's a power wash. It's like, do you not feel completely
You
baptized by love right now?
And like you said, you invest in people, you invest in their success. When you have businesses advertising your magazine, you want them to get the best return on that investment. You want them to blow up. So I could imagine giving so much of your energy to everyone, every business, every
Christmaser.
Christmaser, and every home you're decorating. That had to be exhausting at some point.
I
Do you
want
have to?
everyone to, it's fueling. It fuels your soul. When
Oh,
you
good.
give, when you fill somebody else's cup, your cup is filling at the same time. It is, I don't want to call my love, like giving that much of myself selfish, but everybody wins when we feel like our cup is full.
Mm.
Everybody feels like they're winning. And it gives us enough pour over to pour into others when they are not as full. That happens in community service. It happens in homes. It happens with child raised, like rearing your children. It happens with every single interaction you have. When you're out in public and you like tell somebody like, you're the prettiest smile. Oh my gosh, they're gonna never stop smiling. Filling cups like that. This is why we're here. This is what we're supposed to be doing. And that is the origin of the Christmas scene. We are here
Yeah.
to we are here to come together, to adore him and
Hmm.
to pour over
Yeah.
love like he pours into us. Like it all comes
You did
back
that.
to
That just
Christmas.
reminded me of one of my favorite Christmas songs is actually the Dave Matthews song. It's called "The Christmas Song" by Dave
We
Matthews
all
and
want you to
Tim
sing it
Reynolds.
now. Okay.
Well, you know how angelic my voice is.
It
Uh,
carries.
but do everyone do yourself a favor and listen to that song and pay attention to the lyrics because it's all about love. It really is all about love, and it's special. It's a special song, and I love it so much. So thank you for that reminder. Tell us about how hard it was and still is to go from when we sat down at Salt Creek Grill and said, "Hey, you should be an influencer," before that was even a word. How long ago was that? 5 years ago?
I like 5 years.
5 years ago. So that, I mean, a lot's happened in 5 years. What were the obstacles in your way? What was the conflict that came? Was it the time management? Was it learning everything new? This phase of our life, a lot of people just want to cruise on by into retirement and go, hey, I just need to get to that next stage of life. But a lot of us are learning new stuff like podcasting, like influencing, all of these things to share what we know and what our passions are. But there's a lot of hurdles along the way. What were yours?
I use the word inspire, and I'm going to stick with it for me because that is truly what I'm here to do. Christmasing comes at all different kinds of budgets. I hate the word budget. Anyone that knows me knows that because I don't
Mm.
want to work with one. I worked real hard to be on this side of that, but I was on the dollar store side of it once. I know how to create magic out of nothing, but I Christmasing is for all, and so I love the word inspiring because truly that is my title is the Chief Inspiration Officer because all I want to do is inspire. I realize that comes with influence, and and it is important that you remember that, and it's not an influence that says buy this, but it is an influence that says just share love, just be open, help others the way I help you. There's like that's the kind of influencing
Oh,
I
that's
get down
great.
with. Oh, I like that a lot.
Wouldn't that be
And so,
great if a lot of us Christmasers would go and decorate for somebody who can't decorate for themselves and just do that,
yeah,
you know?
wouldn't it be just great if we all just loved on each other so hard that everyone always had a full cup? Like
Yeah.
and I think we do. I think people say you seem like such a nice person, and I'm like, whatever you think I seem like, I am. If you piss me off, well, you better duck and run for cover. Because if I feel like a hurt person, I am a Leo and I roar quietly. And if I get quiet, we're in trouble. But my love is so wild. And that's really the side we want to stay on, and it is hard. It's mostly because when you get hurt, like when you hurt people feel
Yeah.
wounded, and that again, like maybe that's like some trauma response from childhood. But
Mm.
I try not to let myself get into that part. But when we first started, we were doing IGTV back then. First, I was just posting pictures, right? It was like that first season. I'm like, I'm putting all these pictures up, and I am gonna call myself an old dog, but I'm not. I don't look at Pinterest because my brain can't handle that kind of input. I was like, I'm posting all these pictures. Isn't that great? But then we started with the IGTV. That was like 2020. And we're filming ourselves, sometimes a little tipsy in very organic environments. We're just like, we're decorate a tree. Let's go. And was that so fun? It was fun. It was uncut, unedited, just like we're filming it. It's live and we're going to keep it
I
and put it
like it.
out there.
I
And
love that.
it was fun. And we were never short of that. We had I mean I try to like keep myself with the most fun. I know the people who work for me are like, she's a lot, but that's okay. That's part of the deal. And IGTV was great. And then something happened personally in that time frame. I didn't and and I didn't think I was going to start this chapter of my life at the same time I was going to go through menopause.
Oh, interesting.
So I
This
know
is perfect podcast material. Now we're getting into menopause. I can hashtag that now, right?
the things I have to talk about, and I have so much to talk about. I talk about it to a lot of people, but I look back, there's this trend happening right now. It's the time takes a spell on you and
Oh
and
yeah.
it's like, listen,
Silver
I didn't
Springs.
know in my mid 40s that I was going to start making videos and then start going through menopause and rapidly gain 50 pounds in 2 years. The size I am right now, I'm a size like 10, 12, is the same size I was in 2019. In
Mm.
2020, I was bigger, and then the next year I was bigger, and then fast forward a couple years, I'm through the menopause. There's no
Yeah.
pauses left,
Good.
and I am now. I look 9 months. I look 9 months pregnant, and I'm dancing and singing and twirling around a Christmas tree and cracking jokes and laughing because my smile never changed, my soul
Yeah.
never changed, I never changed, but my body did,
Oh, yeah.
and I look back on those videos and I think the confidence that was within this person
That's
should
amazing.
be
It really is.
studied. It should be studied because I look at it now and I'm like, I knew I just had to go kept buying bigger pants. I knew that I had a big stomach and God made me little in the middle and packing much back. Like I knew that wasn't my body size, but I was just going with it. Wrapped a Gucci belt around that belly and I just kept running. And now looking back through it, because that was rough, and it would be rough on any woman, you
Absolutely.
know, what happens when women go through this? You
Uh,
all of a sudden we have massive ADHD, our vision fails, our hair is falling out, we're hot all the time.
yeah.
Like all of these things are happening, and in the middle of it, I'm gonna do it on camera. Why not?
Wow. Wow. I didn't know
Why not?
that. I
Why
never
not?
knew that. I never knew what you were going through in that because you just, you were such a ray of sunshine on your feed.
You
So
can be a ray of sunshine and be in menopause.
you're a good actor. You're a good actor.
I'm waiting for my Hallmark movie, right?
Yeah, it's
Um,
gonna happen. Trust me, we're
that
working
was
on it.
this season, looking back at that, and it has taken me, I lost the weight, I got it off. It fell off like a shedding, and I knew it would. I knew it would because I told the doctor, this isn't even mine. I didn't carry this around for the first portion of my life, and I don't plan on carrying her out for the next portion. And now I look like I did in 2019 and before. And now I don't know, that I guess I have the same confidence, but I chose to do it all in front of a camera. What if I
Yeah.
didn't do that? What if I said, oh, I don't want to be on camera. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this.
Yeah.
What would like just putting yourself out there sometimes, all the time, is a risk you should take because if you have a gift, you are doing yourself, the Lord, and the world a disservice by not using it. It doesn't matter what the circumstances of the season is.
Yeah. No, you know what? And I think that I'd love to do a whole episode on not only like menopause, but I think there's a menopause thing like for men because yeah, the hormone changes that happen each decade that I remember when Danielle had the pregnancy mask a little bit.
Melasma.
Melasma. I got tremendous melasma and pregnancy mask. And the doctor said, "Oh, that happens sometimes. It's called sympathy symptoms."
That's so
I'm like,
sweet.
but I'm on the red carpet, for Chuck right now. I can't have sympathy symptoms. How do we get rid of this? And he's like, "Well, it's hormonal, so it's just pigment change." Like, and I had
People
literally
like you more.
patches. Yeah,
People
but
would, if people,
if I
people
was
knew
vulnerable and talking
yeah,
about it,
yes.
I think that would have been interesting. But at the same time, I was like, I gotta keep an image up that I'm Captain Awesome. I can't
It's
have
more
like
awesome you had
melasma.
sympathy melasma, right?
Now I know. Now I know.
The more I talk about the most random things, usually in my IG stories, because that's like such a comfortable place, and honestly in YouTube videos, like why is she talking about decorating a Christmas tree and all of a sudden we're talking about childbirth? How did she get back to cutting her ribbon and cutting an umbilical cord? And I'm like, I can always bring it back to life. I will always bring Christmas thing back to life. But I have shared, even when it was Canaan, I mean, it's hard to believe, like my kids, like Canaan is my son, as you know, with
Yeah.
autism, but
Yeah.
we're parents. We have two teenage boys now. We have a special needs child, and when he punched a hole through the window in the front room during Christmas time because I wouldn't let him eat M&Ms before dinner, and he
Mm.
punches a hole, and I'm like, I've shared so many of these like ups and downs and the moments, and obviously going through menopause, and I've shared like cleaning out my parents' hoarder house after that part of life ended.
I didn't see that one, but I love those videos when there's hoarding stuff involved. Like that's
it
crazy. Like my grandma was a
it was
hoarder.
gross, right?
Oh, my grandma was a hoarder on my dad's side, and wow, like when we'd go in there, it was three hefty bags of I don't want to go on a side tangent,
This
but
was
it was
like
like
7
of the
roll-offs.
refrigerator.
It was bad. It was, and that's where I grew up. And in it, I found like my childhood Bible and my Garfield nightshirt that I would accept my academy. Everyone did that.
Wow.
You don't have to be an
Yeah,
actor
of
to do that.
course.
I'd pull it off my shoulder and I'd accept my awards. And that smelled so
I'm
bad.
still,
I
I'm
couldn't.
still, I'm still doing those Academy Award speeches in my mirror right now,
We did.
like
I
a
couldn't.
child.
That didn't make it out of the house, but I've shared
You
everything.
found
When
that
you,
though. You found that in the hoarding pile.
I did, but it smelled so bad.
Yeah.
And I felt like animals were living in it. Like
Oh
that.
yeah.
My
No.
brother's like, Jeanna, you can take your Bible. I don't think you should take that. And I'm like, okay. I have the
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
But I share all of that stuff. I know that has nothing to do with Christmasing, but life is all of the stuff that happens in between, and that's the most important part. I just am here during Christmas too, and then all the other times. But the kind of things people associate with that vulnerability, I got nothing to hide. There's no gatekeeping at all.
I've always loved that about you because your vulnerability, the fact that you're willing to talk, and now you're talking about it with your Christmasers the same way that you talk about it with your friends, is we learn from it. You know, your community learns from it. You know, if you got a kid with autism, if you have parents that have any kind of hoarding type stuff or any OCD things or whatever it might be, it gives you more perspective to say, oh, Jeanna went through that and she learned this from it. And I got to have a little bit of, and menopause, by the way, and just the fact that you talk about that. And now you have a frame of reference to use and you're
Mhm.
giving that to people, you know,
I
going
like to
through it
keep
first.
that level playing field.
Mm.
I think that it humanizes us in a way that we're supposed to be humanized. I had a Christmaser message me. He was going to it was cute. He called it, I'm going to an influencer event, and it was in Canada, and he's like, what should I expect? Like, I don't like, he was a little nervous. He goes, what's your best advice for me? And I said, everybody poops. And he was like, oh. And I was like,
Wow.
that's all you got to know. They're the same. They're the same. For whatever, when we're in Los Angeles, and I got very connected to the beauty influencer field when I got
Yeah.
here quickly. And thanks to my sweetest friend, Desi Perkins. And here's the thing, everybody is the same. We're all the same. It
Yeah.
doesn't, none of that other stuff matters. And he was just like, that's the best advice you could have given me, because it was true. And I say that
Yeah.
too. People think like, oh my gosh, I was like, if you see me, I'm gonna give you the biggest and best hug you've ever got. Like there won't even be an instantaneous. They're like, I'm not really a hugger. I'm like, I am. I'm enough of a hugger
Yeah.
for both of us. It won't matter if you're not a hugger. And they are baffled probably.
Yeah.
We're family. You and me,
Yeah.
Christmasers.
Well, listen, there was a period of time, I'm a hugger too. There's a
You
period
are.
of time that I couldn't step on set and hug people. And it wasn't just COVID. It was like the Me Too movement and everything
Yep.
else. They're like, don't do it, Ryan. Don't do it. I'm like, I'm coming in. Coming in for the big guy needs a hug. And no, that's really funny that you say that, because I'm the same way. And I love the energy that we get when we talk to each other and we get around each other, because there's a lot of similar vibes here. So, you know, it's such good information that you're sharing and such good positivity that I love it. So tell us about what's next for Jeanna Loves Christmas. You've had so much success right now. You've got all these different businesses you're running, basically, you and Kyle. If people were like, oh man, I have a business that I'd love to start a YouTube channel, or I'd love to share what I'm passionate about, what's your best advice for them?
You just have to do it. If you are called to do something, you have to do it. And if you have a feeling like this is in me, I want to do that. I don't care if nobody sees it. If 8 people see it, what if you touch one person's life so deeply, their life changed? You must start something to succeed at anything. There's a reason I don't think about much. Talking about things and then not actually doing them is a waste of time. And time is a gift. You can't make more of it. You can't buy it. You can't get it back. And I don't waste it. I'm not a waster of my time. I take the time that I've been given and I make the most of it. And you can't talk about it. If you got a dream, just go live it. The dream is yours. It was yours for a reason. It was given to you. And I think about it all the time, because obviously social media is fickle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a humbling space to hang out, and a heartbreaking space to hang out sometimes. And I think about it all the time. If that's gone tomorrow, who will come and find me?
Mm.
I know who
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I know who.
Yeah.
Like I know who would.
I will.
I
I
know who
will.
would.
You
But
know,
I know
and
who
I
would
love how vulnerable you are about it. And I love that you get choked up
because
about this.
I know who um I have touched enough in that way that
Yeah.
no matter what, they would figure out how to get a hold of me again. So
You'll never in need of work. I'll tell you that.
I will never be without work. I
Yeah.
will never. And look, I'm industrious. I would be my very first job. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. It's a lot like Christmasing.
That's
It's
true.
same hand movements. I'd be behind a chair in no time. I will never be without work because I was
Right.
born to produce. I'm born to be creative. God just like put it in me, like go create something, a hairstyle, a Christmas tree, whatever it is. That starting in that career, having that, I'm still licensed, having, I would literally go and wash hair. And I mean, I could be doing I could be cutting hair in a salon in 30 minutes if you asked me to come work in your salon.
You're still decorating that way. You're still making things pretty, you
I
know?
do. I make people pretty. And when that is a job where you touch people, you rub,
Mm.
you touch their, you
Yeah.
shampoo, you put the people at ease. Your hairdresser, the people who beautify you should be people who put you at ease. And that is a skill that then I carried into, like, I was a model for 30 years.
Yeah.
Plus, we called it plus back then. Then it turned into curve. And now I'd just be a model if I was
Let's
still
call it
doing
just
that.
model. That's it.
Not just
Yeah.
modeling, but I did that for a long, long time. That was a tremendous career for me. And actually, it transitions into Christmas, but I could show up to work camera ready. She doesn't
Of
need hair and
course.
makeup. She knows how to do it herself. I
Yeah.
showed up camera ready, got those jobs. It was a fantastic career. And I started Christmasing during the November. I worked in Canada a lot. And I started Christmasing during that time. And I'm like, this is the only thing I can do to make the exact same amount of money I make one day of modeling.
Wow.
I'm not a
Okay.
doctor. I'm not a
Yeah.
lawyer. I'm a high-end Christmaser. And I learned, I was like, wait a second, I can make the same. That could be something I could do. And
Yeah.
that is really, why would I start decorating professionally in that capacity? I have a very special clientele. They are tremendous people. They don't tell me what to do. I do whatever I want and I charge what I charge.
Yeah.
And it has been we've been blessed.
They
And it
become like
started,
family. They become like family to you. Am I wrong?
I am family to them.
Yeah.
I believe I make, if I think if I'm in your life, I make the family cut. Like I'm just that kind of
Yeah,
girl. If I am
totally.
in your life, I will be incled in the family cut.
You're in the will.
And
You're
that,
definitely in the will.
I didn't even mean cut of money. Like
No,
it's
I
like
know. I'm
certain,
kidding.
yeah, but I probably am for some. And but I'm so because I love them like my family, and I take care of them. And some of my clients are in their 90s, some of
Mm.
them are in their 30s. And I will be with them for the rest of my life. Like it has become a beautiful and sacred relationship that I have with them. And it starts with Christmasing, but it started with, how can I make the same amount of money doing
Yeah.
something else?
Yeah.
Because I was retired from hair at that point. And sadly, you cannot, well, maybe you could decorate Christmas trees all year long. That would be great. But I guess I do decorate Christmas trees all year long now.
You do.
But I just do it for the Christmasers. But everything was connected. How does one place you start your first, how many careers? People have like what, 4 or 5 careers in their lifetime?
Yeah.
How does that still, what I did then, like it's still part of what I do today. And I love that.
I love it. And it's more personal too. You know, it's, for me, I did the modeling thing just for a minute. And then I was like, I got to get out of this because it was just about the money. And I always say this, that it's thinking of the outside in when you're thinking in terms of the world looking at you versus inside out. So you can see certain actors that act that way of, how do I look? What am I? Versus them empathizing and having that gift and having that personal connection to whoever they're talking to and relating to. And that's, to me, the beauty of the work you get to do as with Christmasing and with your Christmasers.
Modeling for me was very interesting because I am a read the room. My brain is doing 180 things. I'm watching what every single person in the room is doing, from the stylist to the art director, like the photographer. I'm watching it all. I am all these years removed. And then I owned I own a publishing company. I'm an art
Yeah.
director. Did I go to college? I went to beauty school. I
Yeah.
have my degree in cosmetology. I did not go to college. I can do so many things because I had all of this professional experience. I just sat there and I watched them, not intentionally. What else was I going to watch? They were my show. I was watching what was going on around me. And I turned that into what that other career. I have a publishing company. I'm in marketing. I'm
Yeah.
doing all these things. And then now I edit all of our shorts and videos. I'm making sure that light is beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
making sure I'm camera ready. Like I do all those jobs still.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Your education never stops. I don't care whether you're a collegiate or you're attending school and you're studious and you're all about those books. I'm all about watching what everybody's doing. And then I'm going to go and do it. And I'm going to pretend I know what I'm doing, and that confidence is going to tell people to believe I know what I'm doing, and the next thing you know, you're the queen of Christmas.
The Queen of Christmas. That's right. So let's, as we wrap it up, let's leave the audience with just a tip of a Christmas advice, Christmas tip. Is there a book that you would love for them to read, an album that you think should be played while they're decorating, anything that you can leave them with at this time of season, especially when it's hard and you want to make it a little more joyful?
I will always say, let your heart be light, because it is a choice. You have to allow it. And that lightness creates an ease in your heart posture, in the way people see you, in the way you see everything else, because you are light and open, and light reflects light, and it's just good stuff. And let your heart be light for Christmas is the best mantra I could ever give. And then a song, I am going to share it because before I record or do anything, I play King of Glory by CeCe Winans.
Okay.
It just invites him to fill your space. And no matter what you're doing or going through, it is the best song to just bring it all right into your space, and it lightens the mood. Lets your heart be light. It's not a Christmas song that I know of. But it is the music that plays before I do anything.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much. What a special Christmas episode this was. And I'm so grateful that you were able to make time for us, because I know you are slammed every minute of every day, you and your elves right now. So thank you for joining us, Jeanna, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you for Christmasing with me. Merry Christmas.
We'll be doing some more. I'm going to be following your videos because we still have to decorate our tree. We're that late in the game.
There's still time.
Okay. Thank you, Jeanna.
Thanks, Rye.
Thanks again for listening, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to share with any family and friends that you want to be more awesome. Also, if you want to reach out to me, DM me at Ryan McPartlin on Instagram.